Honorable Kharge ji, Siddaramaiah ji, Revant Reddy ji, Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu ji, Abhishek Manu Singhvi ji, senior leaders on the dais, my lawyer friends, I'd like to welcome all of you here today. नहीं बॉस, नहीं, मैं राजा नहीं हूं, राजा बनना भी नहीं चाहता हूं। मैं राजा के अगेंस्ट हूं, कॉन्सेप्ट के अगेंस्ट हूं। So, I was thinking what to say to you, the legal fraternity, and something came to mind. As a politician, largest chunk of our job is meeting other politicians. And when you meet a politician, as many of you must have done, he will spend a lot of time talking about peripheral issues, half an hour, 45 minutes, and then eventually, right before he's ready to leave, he'll come to the point. So it's quite frustrating for me. This is the difference between me and my sister. She has much more patience on this front, so she'll listen, for half an hour, 45 minutes. And I'm thinking, okay, listen, you've come here to tell me something. Cut out the suspense. Tell me why you've come. And this sometimes comes as a shock to us politicians. Because also there's another thing going on. They also need the world to know that the meeting was 1 hour long or 2 hours long. Now, you're exactly the opposite. So, your time is expensive, unlike ours. So you come in and you instantly say what you have to say. And then on the other end of the spectrum is Dr. Singhvi, who is, I've also dealt with a lot of lawyers, but he is like a laser beam. He will get to the point instantly, and he will cut exactly to what the issue is. And I've got, I don't know, I've lost count, but I think somewhere around 30, 32 cases. And so I discuss, these cases with him. And it's very refreshing because it's literally, Dr. Singhvi, what do you think? And in 30 seconds, he's told me everything I need to understand has been delivered to me in 30 seconds. Now, it's important that you know who you are. In our tradition, in the Eastern tradition, religious tradition, spiritual tradition, what is important is that you understand who you are. In the Western tradition, it's important that you understand everything around you. But in our tradition, it's important that you understand the self and you understand yourself and your own structure. So it's important that you know who you are. First of all, the Congress party, you're the people who started the Congress party. So the Congress party was essentially lawyers, right? And Singhvi ji, No, and you need to be reminded of this because, and I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to every lawyer in this country. We would not have got freedom. We would not have got freedom if the lawyers of this country had not fought for freedom. All this talk about constitution, this would not be here if it had not been for lawyers. You mentioned, Singhvi ji mentioned Gandhi ji, Nehru ji, Patel ji, Ambedkar. Those were the top 5 or 6 people. But if you actually look at the Congress party in those days, there were other people, thousands and thousands of other lawyers who were operating at a lower level. So the freedom movement was actually fought in large measure legally. Right? So you are the people who are the backbone of the Congress party. And you are also the people who envisioned this constitution. If you had asked people who did not understand the law to frame this, it would be impossible. Right? So it was lawyers, it was the legal mind, it was the legal fraternity that built this entire architecture. And why am I telling you this? Because it is the architecture that you built that is being destroyed today. And it is being systematically unraveled on every front. Some visible in front of our face and others hidden. I've been speaking recently about the election system. I always had a suspicion that there was something wrong. Right from 2014, I had a suspicion that there's something wrong, something does not add up. In fact, I'll even go further. I had a suspicion in the Gujarat Assembly elections already. Okay? This ability to win sweeping victories. Congress party doesn't get a single seat in Rajasthan, doesn't get a single seat in Madhya Pradesh, doesn't get a single seat in Gujarat. This was surprising to me. And it went on for some time. There was a conversation, but I could never speak because there was no proof. So whenever we spoke, people said, well, where's the proof? And then something happened in Maharashtra, where in the Vidhan Sabha we won the election, hands down. In the Lok Sabha we won the election, hands down. And then 4 months later, we didn't just lose, we were obliterated. 3 formidable parties suddenly just evaporated. And that's when I thought that this just cannot be. And so we started right then to look seriously for electoral malpractice. We found it in Maharashtra. Clearly, 1 crore new voters show up between Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. Bulk of those votes go to the BJP. But still, we didn't have clear proof. So when I would even mention it to our allies, that look, there is clear cheating that has happened, my allies would say to me, yes, we can see that there is cheating that has happened, but we don't have proof. And now, I say with absolutely no doubt that we have proof. And we have such proof. We have such proof that will show the whole country that the institution of the Election Commission does not exist. That it has disappeared. It has taken us 6 months. 6 months of non-stop work to find this proof. Why? Because the Election Commission does not give us electronic versions of the voter list. It gives us paper versions, and you'll be shocked to know, as I was, that when they give booth-wise paper versions of the voting list, that document cannot be scanned, it cannot be copied. Meaning you put it into a scanner, nothing comes out. Why would the Election Commission scan protect, copy protect the voter list? Now, you'll be shocked at the amount of detail we've gone into. And you will see, with no doubt, zero doubt, how a Lok Sabha election is stolen. Six and a half lakh voters vote, and 1.5 lakh of those voters are fake. Six and a half lakh voters vote, 1.5 lakh voters are fake. It's on paper. Documentation that we got from the Election Commission. Voter list that we got from the Election Commission. Physical paper. Where we went comparing photograph by photograph by photograph, name by name by name. 6.5 lakh people. Comparing one photograph to 6.5 lakh other photographs. And I'm proud of the work that the Congress party did. And you will see the shockwave that is going to go through the electoral system when we release this data. It's literally like an atom bomb. Because the truth, my friends, is that the election system in India is already dead. Please remember one thing. The Prime Minister of India is the Prime Minister of India with a very slim majority. If 10, 15 seats were rigged, and we suspect actually the number is much closer to 70, 80, 100. If 15 seats were rigged, he would not be the Prime Minister of India. And we are going to prove to you, in the coming few days, we are going to prove to you without any doubt in the coming few days how a Lok Sabha election can be rigged and was rigged. So, it's very clear that the institution that holds this, that protects this, that holds this, that defends this, has been obliterated and taken over. We did not have proof, so we could not make these type of statements earlier. But I'm making this statement confidently because I have 100% proof now. And whoever I have shown it to has fallen off the chair. Literally, they said, how can this be possible? Well, it is possible. It is happening. Right? Who is going to fight this battle? Only you people can fight this battle. Frankly, we non-legal people don't even know how to fight this battle. We can fight the political battle. We can fight the battle on the streets. We can fight in the villages. We can fight in the city. We can't fight in the courts. We don't know how to. And so, You are the people who have to defend the constitution in the courts.